scheduled for 12. NABF, NABO, WBA International title, and the IBF World title eliminator in the 135-pound division. Both obviously in under 135. Beltran starts out controlling things in the early going here. He's the ring general at this stage, and Maicelo tries to get off of the shot. Beltran had what he said was his best camp, and we get a little break here. I'll let Christina tell you about that camp and how happy he is with the way things are going. Ray fishes downstairs. He'll come with the uppercut. He's got a terrific jab. He throws right hand behind it. Oh, he gets clipped on the chin. And down goes Ray Beltran. What a surprise. He says the heads came together. The count's up to 6 and 7 and 8. He takes a standing 8 count. But how about that for a surprise? Beltran down. I want to see the replay to see if it was the heads that came together. You really couldn't tell from the angle that we're at right here. But it's a surprise anyway. Now Beltran has got to pick up the pace here a little bit to see if he can score a knockdown to even this round up. But that's a big surprise by Maicelo, who has 12 knockouts and 25 victories. Ray has got a better percentage. And
that might be an indicator of the headbutt right there. He is bleeding a lot. A large cut on the head of Maicelo.
Well, I hope it's up in the hair and not on the forehead, because if it's in the hair, it has a tendency to bleed a lot, but it won't stop the fight unless it's really hanging open. And these doctors here have plenty of experience. It would be a sin. So now we know what happened to Ray Beltran. He was knocked down with a headbutt. It looks like everything is going to be okay for them to continue. But fighters have a tendency, see the referee now, David Fields is listening to the doctors in the corner of Maicelo, but they can stop that. But in the scalp, in that area, it bleeds a lot. As long as the cut is not really hanging open, it's not in a bad spot as cuts go in a fight. Maicelo has really turned up his enthusiasm level since Beltran went down. That blood is trickling from the hairline up above the hairline of Maicelo. A stiff jab by Ray. Ray cracks him with the right hand. Maicelo works downstairs. I'll tell you, Maicelo has a tendency to lean in with his chin and go to work with both hands to the body, which opens him up to the right hand. Now he's pulled down. There's no knockdown. And when people see anything but the bottom of the feet touch the canvas, it can be scored a knockdown, but not when a guy's pulling you forward, like Ray just did to Jonathan. Ray Beltran in the red trunks has been scored down. We now know clearly it was a headbutt that caught him. And I see blood on Ray's by his left eye, and I don't know if it's blood from the forehead of Maicelo or if he's cut.
No, I believe he's cut too. I believe the headbutt was Maicelo's forehead to Ray Beltran's left eye.
Well, it's certainly bleeding, and it's bleeding pretty good, so this could be real interesting in a hurry. All right, both
right there.
Right at the bell. Maicelo went down, but maybe it was just after the bell. So this is pretty interesting. Both guys are cut.
Told you this is going to be a good one.
Maicelo in the head and Beltran by the eye. I can't tell because, you know, I'm seeing exactly what you're seeing. In fact, your view is better. You see, that's way up in the hairline. Not so bad. I have no way of knowing how deep it is, but they can stop that, or it'll just continue to bleed throughout the fight. But that's a place that bleeds a lot. Now watch the knockdown here. See, watch the heads.
Right
oh
there.
yeah, and it was right on the eye of Ray. That's perfect. Great job by director Marty Cole and all our camera guys. No question that was a headbutt.
And now Ray has to dig himself out of a little bit of a hole early.
Yeah, that's a 10-8 round in spite of the fact it was a headbutt that scored it. Now remember the rule. It's got to go 4 rounds before it goes to the scorecard. Otherwise, it's a no contest. If it goes 4 rounds, the guy that's ahead wins a technical decision if the fight is stopped because of the cuts involving the headbutt. Round 2. Right now it's scheduled for 4 because anything beyond that is hard to believe with these two guys cut. So we hope it gets to 4 so somebody gets a chance to win the fight. And right now Beltran has got to turn up the faucets a little bit because he's getting pummeled by Maicelo, who certainly has come here to win a fight.
That hurt Ray. He's holding on.
Well, he caught Ray with a left hook and then a crashing right hand right to the bridge of the nose. Not looking good for Beltran right now. He doesn't have great balance and he had to nail about 3 or 4 times. Look at Maicelo. Wow. We knew he was pretty good, and we know Beltran is terrific, but things aren't going Ray's way. Oh, one left hook. He's not going to get up from that. He was cracked right on the jaw with a left hand. It's all over. Things were looking bad for Beltran, and he nailed him with a left hook. Lights out for Maicelo. It's all over. Beltran has won. Retained the NABF, the NABO. He's won the WBA International title and the IBF World Title Eliminator. What a left hand. Maicelo's still out. I said it was important that Ray picked it up.
My goodness.
What a left hook. Everything had caught him. And Maicelo's still down, so we'll wait just a second. Look at this replay. Watch the left hook. Bam! Right on the chin. And his head hit the canvas. You could hear a thud as hard as the punch was. Bam! Right there. And now that didn't show it, but his head banged off. I knew he wasn't getting up from that one.
Wow. And he is still on the ground.
Yeah, he is. He hit his head very hard, so the punch has the brain going towards the left side of the skull. Then he hits the canvas. And, you know, the head causes the brain to pop forward. And you don't know whether it's a neck injury or what, but they brought the stretcher in, and you just hope and pray that this fighter is okay. See how hard his head hit the canvas? And he's stretched right out there. He is knocked out cold. And I can't tell if he's recovered. I don't see any movement or anything else. They're putting on a neck brace on Maicelo. So things were looking pretty good for Maicelo. And with one left hook, it changed dramatically.
My goodness. I mean, what do you say after that? He was winning the fight, and he had Ray's legs wobbly, and Ray just came with that one-hitter quitter.
Well, I just said before that this thing isn't going to go the distance, so I hope it goes 4 so somebody wins. Well, it didn't even go a full 2 before Beltran cracked him. A better left hook you won't see, and now we just hope and pray that Maicelo is okay.
Oh, and there is like 2,000 Peruvian fans in here that are all holding their breath right now, just praying that their guy shows them some sign that he's okay.
Well, they're putting him on the stretcher. And I mean, I can't see any more than you folks can.
And you know what? Ray Beltran is such a good guy. I know right now, although he's happy that he won the fight.
That's one good sign there, Christina. He lifted his head up, so it may not be a neck injury. See, he wants to get up. He doesn't want to be carried out. But the doctors will put precaution on his side. But what a left hand for Ray. Things were looking really tough for Ray. He get cracked by a forehead by his left eye and was bleeding pretty bad. The corner, you know, with Pepe Riley and Edward Akaway and Ernie Zavala, Bernardo Montez that worked that corner, they had done a nice job with the cut.
And you see the concern obviously on Ray's face. At the end of the day, these guys this is a gentleman's sport. These guys do not want to see their opponents go out like this, and I know that.
Well, the best sign is that he keeps lifting his head up, which means that there's not a serious neck injury, most likely, but a severe concussion. And a two-way concussion. He's lifting his arms up and telling everybody, I'm okay. and he still wants to get up, but they got him strapped to that gurney.
I wish they would show that to the fans, because they can't really see, because he's obviously crowded by a lot of medical staff and everything right now here ringside. But
and a great job, by the way, by the medical staff. They were right in there, right on top of it. Referee David Fields didn't fool around at all. He got the doctors right in there.